The Kodiak died. I was charging my max air fans. Well, I was running my max air fans full blown, highest setting. Both of these guys, which are connected right here to the alligator clips to the back of the terminals on the Kodiak, and it got as low as 8.43 volts on the display on the Kodiak. There was no bars left. It was still running with no bars for a few minutes. I mean, a lot of minutes actually. Maybe about 15 minutes. Even when no bars, it's still running on high speed, and then they just died. So the limitation of the Kodiak is like 8.43-ish volts. And let me have a voltmeter here. Let me test it out. See what my voltmeter says the battery is at now. And it's at 1 volt. 1.08. So it lasted all the way to 1 volt on the Kodiak, which is, impressive. It went all the way down. However, you can't run high watt appliances that long. These are very low wattage fans. Together they're pulling at high speed continuously about 30 watts combined. So no more than 40 watts combined, high speed. So you can run these guys on the Kodiak all the way down to 8.4-ish volts before it completely dies. And you can see no juice left. No juice left. It's plumb dry. So 8.43 is limitation. I think the high I had it when I first charged it, I think I got up to 20.5 volts. Something like that. But that's the limitations, folks. But you can run your max air fans if you have this same kind of setup in your van or RV, or a more higher watt fan like these guys, or twice the watts as these guys. But you could probably run all these on low until the end too, until 8.4 something. These watts were pretty much stable, as opposed to like a high watt appliances like a refrigerator or a toaster or a toaster oven or something like that, or a hair dryer. Those are high watts, so it ain't gonna last that long. 8.4 at those high watts. It's only at low watts it'll last that long, to 8.4 something. Because I tried a high watt appliance at less than 50%, and it couldn't handle it anymore. And before it was handling it at the full charge, which is green all the way up to here, which you can't see because it's not on. There's no juice left, but down here is the red. But then it went down to like no bars, and it was still working for, I was surprised it was still working with no bars up until 8.4 volts. So it might have even done a little bit better if I had the display off, because that takes 10 to 14 watts just to run this panel. So it might have gone another 15 minutes probably. So maybe gone to 8.3 something volts. My best guess. But I wouldn't know because there's no display on. So that's the limitation, folks. I maxed out the Kodiak. Took it down as far as it would go, just so you can see. I don't recommend doing that on a regular basis, but this is like a one-time deal. Actually, I'm going to do one more test. Let's see how long I can run these fans on one full charge of the Kodiak, so people will know how long they can approximately get out of their max air fans. And this is the 5100 models, if you're wondering. And I ran them on both high, one on reverse, one on forward at the same time. So that'll be another test. I'm hoping it'll last 2 or 3 days, which will be awesome. But I wouldn't expect it to last no more than 24 hours. But we'll see. What happens. But so far, I'm still waiting to test the refrigerator for the Kodiak. My refrigerator, I'm going to get in a Dometic little 12-volt refrigerator. I want to see how well that does with that refrigerator, because I'll be running that refrigerator 24/7. I'll be running these fans 24/7, and those are the two main appliances I need to make sure how low can it go, and for how long, obviously. Because I'll be boondocking from time to time, and I don't want to have to worry about, the weather being nice, so the solar panels would charge it, or having to drive my vehicle so I can use a DC charger on the side to charge it. I just want to be able to just to test the limitations of the Kodiak. And so far, I'm impressed. So it's doing well. I used to have a passive generator outside the house, which I'm in my home right now. I used to have a generator outside, which cost me about $4,000 to $5,000. To have it installed, bought and installed, and that thing powered most of the house. This thing is doing the exact same thing, except for it didn't cost me that much money. Plus, it's portable. I could take it anywhere, into a library, and charge it up if I wanted to, or a friend's house. That's very portable, very robust. I like that. So this is actually better than my $4,000 generator, outside generator that I had for the house. So I'm pretty impressed. So more testing to come, though. I'm not finished yet. But I've sat on it. I shook it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I rattled it to see how it'll handle in a car. You know what I'm saying? Bouncing around in the back of a car. Of course you should strap it in. But I mean, I simulated a little bit of shaking and vibration that would be experienced in a vehicle like a ProMaster van. So more testing to come before I give it my full thumbs up approval. But so far so good. I'm pretty impressed.